Jin-hyuk reassured the old man that he didn't need to continuously expend his mana to maintain the barrier. Instead, he used Latin dispelling magic, which he had acquired after entering the tower, to disable the barrier. Jin-hyuk pointed out to the old man that he was unnecessarily wasting his mana and that his magical reserves were likely depleted. With a confident understanding of the tower up to the 10th floor, Jin-hyuk believed he didn't require the map. In fact, he saw it as a potential disadvantage since it might reduce the advantage of his accumulated knowledge. Jin-hyuk then decided to burn the map in front of the old man, provoking his anger. As the system message appeared, indicating the condition for copying the element of fire had been met, the old man threatened to kill Jin-hyuk and promised that he would pay for his actions. However, Jin-hyuk challenged the old man's understanding, asking why he hadn't realized the purpose behind burning the map. Jin-hyuk activated his new fire skill, which surpassed the old man's abilities, demonstrating his power. He advised the old man to listen to him if he wanted to climb the tower comfortably. After resolving matters at the museum, Jin-hyuk concluded that he needed to acquire as many abilities and skills as possible before leaving. He advised the old man and Lee Yuri to level up and promised to contact them soon, even though he contemplated using them as pawns. However, Jin-hyuk decided to set his priorities straight, focusing on obtaining the abilities he required. As he pondered his next moves, his stomach rumbled, indicating his hunger. Later, while eating, Jin-hyuk watched the news about similar events in museums worldwide, including America, Europe, Japan, and China. He noticed the video of his museum fight with Lee Yuri, but realized that system interference had blurred his face. The news also reported that the government was investigating the unidentified structure known as the Tower of Trials. They had established a new department called the Awakened Association, composed of government workers who had gained special powers. Following this, Han Sang-jin, the chairman of the Awakened Association, appeared to recruit individuals with special abilities. He explained that those selected would receive a minimum of 60 million won and 7th-class government benefits based on their rank. He also mentioned that the person in the videos referring to Jin-hyuk was an exception and promised government support in any way if he joined. Jin-hyuk paid little heed to the recruitment offer, harboring the suspicion that they would ultimately treat him as a mere tool. By 7 p.m., the Tower of Trials had opened, and Jin-hyuk had already entered the tower. As part of the celebration for entering the tower, the system distributed 100 coins to all participants. These coins served as the currency within the tower, and players could earn additional coins by uploading videos that showcased their achievements. For every 10,000 views, players received 100 coins. However, a premium charge was assessed based on the player's status, and live broadcast functionality was restricted to boss encounters to progress to the next level. The system was strict about manipulating view counts or engaging in cheating, promising appropriate punishments for such actions. Witnessing this, everyone within the tower became eager to seek opportunities and create videos to earn coins. In contrast, Jin-hyuk had no immediate intentions of uploading a video. Instead, he had a vision of the past when he had been clearing the lower 30 levels of the tower. There had been a time when he couldn't advance any further, leading him to search for hidden pieces within the lower levels to access the next stage. Eventually, he found the solution in an abandoned ruin and realized that his character was inherently flawed. Consequently, he deleted his character and started anew. Jin-hyuk continued his journey and arrived at the labyrinth location, entering it. To his surprise, he encountered a group of individuals who had followed him inside, harboring intentions of killing him to seize all the rewards for themselves. The leader of the group explained that while they were out hunting, they noticed the door to the labyrinth had opened, so they ventured inside before it could close. He proposed the idea of cooperating to clear the labyrinth together, sharing the risks involved. Despite their disguises, Jin-hyuk remained skeptical of their true intentions. As each member introduced themselves to Jin-hyuk, he decided to use the Eye of Truth skill to view the group leader's stats. He discovered that a girl named Park Hana possessed the Commune skill. This unique skill allowed its user to naturally befriend anyone, even strangers, by erasing feelings of discomfort. Curious, he checked the copy condition for the skill, which required him to stay with her for 240 hours, but with no one else nearby. Jin-hyuk believed that this skill could be valuable, particularly when dealing with a specific individual, and decided to copy it. He introduced himself to the group, and Hana asked him about his progress in the game while subtly attempting to use the commune skill on him. However, Jin-hyuk was aware of the skill's effects and managed to evade its influence. He casually replied that he had progressed as far as he could, and Hana was surprised that the commune skill hadn't seemed to work on him, as it should have been in effect. She then inquired about the types of monsters and their traits within the labyrinth. Jin-hyuk explained that the labyrinth's terrain would change at regular intervals, which could catch people off guard and result in casualties. The group members were taken aback by the labyrinth's terrain-changing ability, and Jin-hyuk questioned if they hadn't encountered a similar labyrinth with shifting terrain at least once before. Feeling accused, one of the group members suddenly attempted to attack Jin-hyuk, but their actions triggered the appearance of a massive minotaur monster, which promptly attacked the group. Panic ensued, and the members began to flee. In contrast, Jin-hyuk sprinted toward the minotaur monster, skillfully dodging its attacks. As he engaged in this daring maneuver, the system display indicated that he had obtained the hidden stat rift. Jin-hyuk's fate hung in the balance as he faced off against the formidable minotaur monster. Little did he know that the mysterious hidden stat known as rift could potentially hold the key to becoming the strongest player in the Tower of Trials. As Jin-hyuk commenced his fight with the minotaur in the first-floor labyrinth, he skillfully dodged the first attack, prompting the acquisition of a hidden stat named Rift. Rift was a unique skill that reduced the stat difference between Jin-hyuk and an opponent of much higher level. However, it also increased Jin-hyuk's own stat power when he faced weaker adversaries. It was one of the few methods he had discovered to challenge the upper levels of the tower. Inside the labyrinth, he had to dodge the Minotaur's attacks to improve his rift stats until full mastery was achieved. So Jin-hyuk embarked on a dodge and battle strategy, evading every strike the Minotaur launched. The Minotaur's attack pattern had been etched into his body through practice, gradually increasing his rift stats as he continued to dodge. As Hana and her friends observed Jin-hyuk deftly dodging and battling the Minotaur, they were utterly shocked by his exceptional skills. They realized their folly in thinking they could kill someone of his caliber and steal his rewards. After successfully dodging the Minotaur's attacks, Jin-hyuk taunted the beast, challenging it with the notion that it had shown all it could do. The Minotaur, infuriated by Jin-hyuk's provocation, revealed that he taunted to get stronger by putting his life on the line and taking more risks. As the labyrinth underwent yet another change, and the Minotaur reappeared on a different side of the wall, Jin-hyuk decided it was time to rest. He informed the others that the luminescent moth dust he had touched earlier attracted the Minotaur, ensuring it would keep chasing them. When Hana inquired why he had done this, he explained that it increased his stats and revealed his plan to continue doing it for a month until they could exit the labyrinth. He further specified that they would need to pay him a fee if they wanted to be protected during this time. Jin-hyuk instructed the group to collect moss for bedding and firewood to start a fire. With the necessary materials acquired, he accessed the system store and purchased 4 items that were generally considered trash by other players. However, Jin-hyuk had a plan. He combined 3 of these items to forge an S-rank item called the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune was designed to maximize his luck stat for the next 10 minutes. Jin-hyuk proceeded to use the 10 reinforcement scrolls he had bought to enhance his weapon. Ordinarily, the probability of a successful reinforcement was 1 in a million, but when he activated the Wheel of Fortune, his success rate soared to 100%. His old dagger became a +10 dagger. The system immediately acknowledged him as the first player to create a +10 reinforcement item in the Korean server, rewarding him with 5,000 coins. 10 days had elapsed inside the labyrinth, and only 2 group members remained, Hana and another male player. Hana attempted to communicate with her guild members outside the tower via a group chat to gather information about Jin-hyuk, but most reported that his information was blocked as if he had been hacked. Disappointed by their responses, Hana inquired if they had informed her big brother in the Raven Guild about her situation. Her guildmates informed her that the guild was indeed investigating the situation, but it could take at least 3 weeks before they could reach her. When the guy beside her asked about their response, Hannah revealed her plan to eliminate Jin-hyuk and then wait in the stone chamber until her big brother from the Raven Guild located them. However, she had no idea how to execute this plan, so the guy got up and attempted to kill Jin-hyuk by striking him on the head with a stone. As the guy named Cheol-shuk attempted to strike Jin-hyuk with a stone, Hannah intervened and stopped him. She explained that Jin-hyuk's reaction speed was extraordinary, making a frontal or surprise attack utterly futile, even if he were asleep. Hannah then revealed that her brother had given her a deadly poison capable of killing 100 trolls with a single drop. When Jin-hyuk woke up, they proceeded to have their usual meal of roasted moss and mushrooms. Jin-hyuk ate the mushrooms, and as they began their meal, he requested water from behind Hannah and asked Cheol-shuk for more food. This seemingly surprised and pleased both Hannah and Cheol-shuk that Jin-hyuk wanted more food. The three of them started eating, but suddenly, Cheol-shuk collapsed and died instantly. Hannah, terrified, inquired if Jin-hyuk was aware that the food was poisonous. Jin-hyuk calmly explained that he had been aware of the poison. When he asked them for more food, he had deftly switched plates with Cheol-shuk while they were distracted. Just as the situation became increasingly dire, the Minotaur abruptly reappeared. Hannah, frightened, implored Jin-hyuk for protection. At this moment, the system alerted him that he had met the 240-hour requirement to copy her skill, and he acquired her commune skill. Jin-hyuk advised Hannah to defend herself and engaged the Minotaur with his newly acquired skills, his dagger, and fire abilities. The Minotaur, incensed by the damage sustained, activated his level 10 Berserker skill, escalating the conflict. Under the influence of the Berserker skill, the Minotaur became significantly more formidable, increasing its attack speed, power, movement speed, and intelligence by 30% for the next 5 minutes. In an attempt to intimidate Jin-hyuk, the Minotaur threatened to kill him so he could never enter the labyrinth again. The intense battle commenced, but Jin-hyuk made a calculated decision. Instead of dodging the Minotaur's attacks, he stopped and redirected the force of the Minotaur's strikes. Hannah was astounded by Jin-hyuk's monstrous strength, and even more amazed when she saw him laughing amidst the intense combat. For the first time, Jin-hyuk felt true growth in power, in stark contrast to his previous feelings of stagnation and powerlessness in the real world. The 5 minutes quickly elapsed, and the Minotaur was subsequently suspended for 24 hours as a backlash for using the Berserker skill. Jin-hyuk checked his Rift stat proficiency, which had reached 57. This brought him closer to closing the gap against someone 19 levels higher than him. He was determined to utilize the remaining 20 days to reach a proficiency of 100, which he ultimately achieved. Jin-hyuk then struck the Minotaur with a single punch, instantly ending its life. Following this, Jin-hyuk offered Hannah a position as an intern at his veteran company, and Hannah eagerly accepted the opportunity. He inquired about how she could assist the company, and Hannah disclosed her possession of Braham's ring, an item found on the first floor that enhanced the wearer's movement speed and magic resistance, and could even suppress monsters' magic power. Subsequently, Jin-hyuk combined the commune and fire skills to create the brand a slave skill, a mark that could compel someone to obey his orders. He swiftly marked Hannah's face with the skill and to leave the labyrinth along with her.